Good evening, people. It's your boy T Stokes, coming live for you from my studio, my humble abode, my home. All right, today's inspiration, though, it's about my life. It's about a piece of my life. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to give you 10 straight minutes. So let's jump right in it. I was in the ninth grade, and I was going to EC Glass High School. And as I was in this school, I was a little misfit and get in trouble here and there, but I definitely stuck to the books and did what needed to be done. This one particular time, I was very interested in a young lady that was at the school, and she was a cheerleader. I was a football player, so I did what any man could do. I went with her to a few of her practices. So I sat back and I used to watch her, but I was a great flipper. I never did gymnastics or anything like that of that sort, but I was very great at flipping. So in hindsight, I went there, to try to be Mr. Cool, and one particular day, the girl said, "Hey T, you know how to flip. Why don't you come on down here and show the cheerleading squad?" So I'm doing my thing. I'm flipping, doing twist and all this other all these other different things. And what occurs is that the coach was actually looking at me the entire time. She states to me that, wow, where'd you learn how to do that? Did you take gymnastics? And I was like, nah. And I kept it real with her. Like I said, I was a young misfit. I was like, I'm from the hood. We just learned how to flip. So she was like, wow, I'd love to have you on my team. And I was like, would you play football or something? She said, no. My cheerleading squad, they definitely have a lot of opportunities and things like that. And, I hope this message does not offend anyone, but when I was in the ninth grade, back in those times, I felt that was gay, and I'm just going to be totally honest. I was like, man, I can't do nothing like that. I can't see myself literally being a part of a cheerleading squad. So all in all, she kept pursuing her. This coach kept pursuing. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I play football, basketball. I can't see myself running around with cheerleaders, and pom-poms and stuff. And she said, it's totally the opposite of what you're thinking. So I said, explain to me what I do. She said, well, you're the support for the women. When it's time to flip them in the air and things like that, you catch them and things like that. And I was like, why would I want to do that? She said, well, not only does this cheerleading give you an opportunity to be a part of a great organization, but they give out full rides to A1 schools. And I'm like what A1? And she said, actually, the first one, she said Texas A&M. I said, in Texas? She said, that is the biggest university, United States. And I was like, wow, me going somewhere from Virginia to a big university for free, not paying anything. I definitely want to be a part of something like that. But it wasn't up to me. It was up to my father, and I already knew what the answer was because, my dad mentally, he's old school. He had in his mind that ain't no son of mine gonna do no cheerleading. That's gay. I mean, which is an honest opinion. I mean, I can't knock him for his mental. But she kept being persistent to me, and I kept saying no, and I was like, yeah, I'm interested in, but it's not my decision. First thing that she stated is, hey, can I come to your house, talk to your dad? I was like, no, you cannot come to my house and talk to my father about this whole cheerleading thing. It's not going to go over too well for you. So she says, I'm just going to give it some time, and then I'll come back to the subject. So she came back to the subject maybe 2 days later. So my dad goes to pick me up one day and from football practice, and she sat out there and waited to her prime opportunity and went and talked to him. And she said, and I walked up to her, I was like, hey, Dad, this is such and such. We got to hurry and go because we got to get home. And I didn't want her to explain to him about the whole cheerleading thing because I knew what his reaction was going to be. You want to do cheerleading? You this is that. And it's like I said, it's an honest feeling. But she started talking to him, and what got the keys was when she stated to him, your son has an opportunity because he flips very well to go to an A1 school totally free, like Texas A&M, which is in Texas. They have over 50 to 60,000 students to go here, and he could go there for a ride, and it won't cost you anything. At the end of the day, my dad put two and two together. He said, where I sign him up at. As long as you told me you ain't got to run around with no cheerleading outfit on, nothing crazy, let me sign him up. So I was a part of the team, right? Everybody that's reading is going to be like, yeah, great story. But all in all, you guys, it was probably one of the worst time in my life. Why I say it was one of the worst time, because the friends that I thought was friends, they made fun of me, they bullied me, they threw coins at me at the pep rally, they called me gay, they just, all these words, and I wasn't even doing anything that was homosexual. And so many times me going home crying every day, my dad never knowing, it touched me, it hurt me so much, because I tried to make a change, because I wasn't brought up in, my dad didn't have millions of dollars, we struggled. We lived in a Section 8 place. We did not live like the Jeffersons and things like that. But, my dad did the best he possibly could. And in doing that, I remember one vivid time at the pep rally. I remembered just doing what I was supposed to do, flip. And I remember standing there, and a quarter came and hit me right here in my face. And when it hit me right there in my face, it immediately started bleeding. And I grabbed my face and I took off running to the locker room. My coach ran in and said, you can't give up, you can't give up. And I was so angry. And I said, but you wanted me to do this. You wanted me to be a part of it. You don't understand what it is to be a black man in the hood doing something like this. And she said, you're right, I'll never get it. But I need you at this point right now to never give up on me. That's when the light bulb went off. No matter what people may say to you or do towards you, you can't give up on your gift. You can't give up on your dreams. It may not have been a dream, but I was very talented. So that's a talent. That's a gift that's given to you from the Most High. And I then made that decision that no matter what they could ever say to me, I can't allow this stuff to really set on my heart and really get me down, because I know who I am. I know what I like. I like women. I just so happen to, like to do this particular, this cheerleading to get me there. And I thought in my mind, like, to go to college for free, my dad not having to pay anything, that's a blessing out of disguise. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to get the proper education and do everything like that. But things didn't work out that way. But what happened was a big-time football player followed the same tracks as me, and he came to be one just like me. He was one of the few that did not judge me. He was one of the few that said, I don't see nothing wrong with that. One of the few that patted me on the back and said, listen, don't give up on what you're great at. Because if you give up, you never know what the opportunities may hold. And that's the message that I wrap up and I state to every person. No matter what roadblocks are thrown in front of you, get to a point in your life where you are going hard every day. Your work is matching your want. You want to become this. You got to put in that work, and don't give up no matter what people say. No matter what you honestly want to do, don't give up on your dreams. Get to a point where you said, I don't care about what they think. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to stay prayed up. I'm going to do whatever it needs to do. I'm going to do everything correctly. So, if this message touched one person in this world, that's the message that I can state to you. No matter what occurred, and just to end it up, he ended up joining the cheerleading squad with me. And they never bashed him one time. But they seen a movement happen. And in doing this, I set a movement. So I was a trendsetter. All right? So if this touched anyone, like I stated, man, continue to strive towards greatness. Continue to show people that you're never giving up on your dreams and that you go above and beyond everything that you want to do in life. All right? It's your boy T Stokes. If I've never told you anything, make your next move your best move. Live life by purpose and not by the almighty dollar. Because by living by the almighty dollar is just a minor fix to to your major situation. You guys be blessed. It's your boy T Stokes. Over and out.